Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji's, Dandavatana. First thing I ask in BHL Ramalan is, Indar Bhavanara? Indar Bhavanara? Everyone is doing good? So what should we continue? Should we continue English or Telugu? So in Kurukshetra, when Arjuna asked Krishna, Sevayor Bhayor Matye, Radam Stavaye Machyuta, when he asked to place his chariot in between two armies, what are those two armies? Pandava army and Kaurava. Then Krishna placed in between those two armies. Then Arjuna was looking at the Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, his sakas, and his maternal uncles and different relatives, right? Then immediately after looking at them, he was telling different reasons to not to fight, like compassion. What are those 5 reasons? Can anyone tell those 5 reasons? Compassion, enjoyment, loss of family traditions, sinful reactions, indecision. 5 reasons. Different reasons. And those are valid reasons from his angle. From Dharma Shastra, those are valid reasons. From Krishna Shastra, those are not valid reasons. In the same way, His Grace Leela Prabhu placed me in this place in between two armies. One is BHL army and the other one is Gachibola. Now I am confused on what to talk here because of my own reasons. One is, just like Arjuna has seen the Uttama Adhipatis like Bhishma, Drona, now I am seeing Uttama preachers here. Mahesh Prabhu, Satya Prabhu, Sunil Prabhu, Raghunath Prabhu, Gaurav Prabhu. And like what to speak? I am speaking the glories of Bhagavad Gita, but you yourself are teaching on the glories of Bhagavad Gita in depth, sloka by sloka. So I am confused. Second reason I am confused is I am habituated to preaching Telugu. I have been preaching since 2 years in Telugu. Now, mother tongue is mother tongue. Like that feeling will not come if you speak in foreign language, especially Britishers language. Right? Hindi, that is another foreign language for me, though it's Indian language. Yeah. So, but still, I'll try my best because Krishna, when Arjuna was confused, Krishna told one thing: Yat karosi yarasnas, yat juhosi dadati, yat tapasyasya kaunteya, tat kurusva madharvana. So he told, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever, anything, any yajna, whatever you do, madharvana, you do it for me. So in the same mode, I'll give him my humble attempt to glorify Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and it's dedicated to the lotus feet of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Mukha Karo Divachala Padmana Vedi Yakti Bhav Mahamvate Sri Guru Dhinakayanam Paramananda Manam Sri Chaitanya Om Pitro Pavitrova Sarva Avasthanvato Yat Smarit Kundalini Raksha Samabhyabhya Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. So I was asked to speak on any subject by His Grace Leela Prabhu in his absence. Then I asked which topic, because I don't know how to choose the topic also. Then he told any topic. Then I told Prabhu we are doing marathon. So before distributing Bhagavad Gita, maybe we should glorify Bhagavad Gita. Then I told, can I speak on the importance of the glories of Bhagavad Gita? Then he told, okay. Then I thought where to start, because there will be a mixture of senior devotees and also new devotees also coming to the center, which is a good mix. So I'll try to go from basics and I'll try to keep the different perspective from different acharyas and different Bhagavatas, like Vishnu Vidama, Bhumikas. So the world is changing very fast. So when I was in my BTech, it was 2011. My English was okay. Okay. Am I audible? So the world is changing very fast. In 2011, I was in my BTech final year. Then at that time 3G came. Have you all remembered this? In 2011 or 12, that time 3G was coming. So we used to search for the signal, when the 3G signal will come so that we can make a video call. How many of you did this? Others came there? Maybe by that time all like became fathers, but then we were like in the youth, so searching for the youth, video calls. So Then when we joined the job, we got 4G. Now we are running 5G. And it's so expected we get the 16 around 2030. So many Gs, so many generations are changing very fast. And now with the invention of artificial intelligence, like, we don't even need to Google, because at that time Google is like, Google mother, Google Telly used to call. Now we don't even need Google. All we need is ChatGPT. All we have to do is go ChatGPT, ask anything. Whatever you ask, it will give. Right or wrong, it will give. We have to trust and verify what we are doing. And also we got so many things like social media, Instagram, YouTube, so many things at our fingertips. And with all these inventions, we are thinking we are happy, but we are not. Why? Because we are trying to invent something else. For what? Same happiness. The same happiness we are trying to invent. So no matter how many generations will come, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, as the generations are going on, the communication is becoming very easy. I can talk to any person in the US, I can talk to any person in the village. The unfortunate thing is I cannot meet him. The generations are getting people virtually closer and physically distant. That's what happened. Agree? Anyone? But one thing is not changing in us. That is Sanatana in us. What is the Sanatana? The search for happiness. That is not changing. What is Sanatana? Sanatana is, the literal meaning of Sanatana is the permanent. Eternal. Is called Sanatana. The Sanatana Dharma is what? The example, if you take the sugar, the Sanatana Dharma of sugar is what? Sweetness. The Sanatana Dharma of chili is what? Spice. The Sanatana Dharma of salt is what? The salt. And what is the Sanatana Dharma of human being? Servant of Krishna. And what is it? Sanatana Dharma. Srimad Bhagavad. Everything. After coming to ISKCON, the one thing we learned is we should give the sloka pramana of everything. Without sloka pramana, no, I will not accept. And Srimad Bhagavatam is saying that Savai Pumsam Paro Dharma. Pumsa means what? The Purusha, a living entity. And for that living entity, the Sanatana Dharma, Paro Dharma is what? Savai Pumsam Paro Dharma Yathor Bhaktir Adokshaje. Adokshaje means what? He is beyond the material senses. Who is nothing but our Chaitanya Krishna. Savai Pumsam Paro Dharma Yathor Bhaktir Adokshaje. To that person we have to do bhakti. That is our Paro Dharma. And how should that be bhakti? Ahaitvaki apratihata yayatva suprasida. That should ahaitvaki means what? Unmotivated. There shouldn't be any motive behind it. And unconditional. It should not be conditional, like I'll do only bhakti on Ekadashi, or I'll do bhakti only on a Shubhadina. Like that. It should be unconditional. There should not be any condition of the Tithi. There should not be any condition on Muhurta, and nothing. It should be Nityam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. In every Mangalacharna prayers we do that. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. And Jayatma Suprasidati. That Atma will be very happy. Very, very happy. And what are we searching for? Happiness. And how do we get that happiness? Jayatma Suprasidati. That person will be very happy. When? Savai Pumsha. If that Purusha or that Pumsa does what? Emotion. Apratiyati. And how that devotion should be? Unconditional and unmotivated. And when we do the bhakti, we get a lot of happiness. And Krishna says that the Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very confidential, very secret. All of you have Bhagavad Gita copies. Then how that can be secret? How that can be confidential? We have Bhagavad Gita. Vedabase.com. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then how is it confidential? Raja Guhyam. Very secret. Raja is not Guhyam. It's Raja Guhyam, the secret, the king of the secrets. Like best, like very, like what? Multi-layered encryption model. But how? It's not single layer. It's not like if you are software engineer, it's not encoding, it's encrypted. Because Prasad Prabhu came, I got the software language because he's learning something. Yeah. It's not encoded. Encoded means anyone can decode it, but it's encrypted. To decrypt something that is encrypted, we need a what? Password. But why do we need password? All of you have Gita, right? All of you have Gita. Then why do we need password? Any answers? We need a guru. Okay, very nice. And we need a guru for sure, of course. And in fact, Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Bhagavan from which sloka? Tuda? Tuda. Tuda. 11. What is the sloka? Before that, Arjuna accepted Krishna as Guru in which sloka? Tuda? 7. Karpanya dosha. Tasvabhava. Shyami tvam sammudha chetha. Yasve yasya nischita bruhitan. Meshishyasteyam sadhi mam tvam. What that? Krishna, I'm confused. I'm confused. What's the word here? Kripana. Kripana means what? We learned this in our SSR. Miser means miser is what? Confused. What? You have something that you are not using. Arjuna is saying that Krishna, I am a great warrior. I can control the wind, but not my mind. That great. And I became Kripana. I became confused. Tell me Nischita. Very strict. Tell me. What is that Nischita? Shreyaskaram. Which is Shreyaskaram to me? Karpanya dosho bhagata swabhava. Prishchami tvam dharma sammuda chetara. Yes, Shreyas. Shreyas means is the good in long term. Prayers means the good in short term. Here Arjuna is not asking prayers, he's asking Shreyas. And now he's asking Nischita. Pakkajan. Tell me, very strict, which is good for you. And he was telling at the last line, Shishyasteham. I became your disciple. Please teach me what is right. So we need Guru. Very right answer. Then at the 2.11, what Krishna told? Asochat annasojasva prajnavadhansya bhasase gathasu nagathasuscha na anusochanti padayaka. Because Arjuna told 5 reasons not to fight. Now Krishna has to tell, and he answers to all this fight. So he started with compassion, and that's where he started with Atma Jnana. So Guru is the right word. Very, very nice Prabhu. And any other reason? Why we need passwords? Message of Krishna, Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Faith. Okay. Any other answers? No? There are huge chances of missing. That's where we need Guru. Very, very nice. Yeah. Next. Karma. Prabhu. And devotion. That is the password for bhakti. To understand the Bhagavad Gita. That is the password. That is the password for the secret of Bhagavad Gita is the devotion. If you open with that password, Bhagavad Gita will understand. What is the reference? That's what in ISKCON. For everything we need pramana. Without pramana, we should not accept. What is that? Pramana. Bhaktosi sakasmeva. Because you are my devotee, I am telling you this. And to open that Bhagavad Gita, what you need? You need the password of the devotion. In Hari Bhakti Vilasa, a very beautiful slogan. Vyadasya charanam dhuvasya chavayo vidya gajendrasya ka kubjaya kimunama rupamadikam kim tatsudham nodhanam vamshasya. Vyadasya charanam. Vyada means what? Vyada means a hunter. To that hunter, does he have any acharana, any discipline he has? Example, Mrigari. You take Mrigari. The Mrigari is someone who is killing the animals and he was enjoying with the half-killed animals. He's not killing full. He's killing half and he's selling, wow, mar gaya wo. Sorry, my Hindi is very bad. That's why I'm attempting only one or two words. Yeah. So this Mrugari is saying, enjoying by looking at these half-killed animals. Then Narada Muni came. Why Narada Muni came there? Why Narada Muni came there? Because a real Vaishnava cannot see the distress of any living entity, not just humans. They cannot see the distress of any. What is the reference? Para, dukkha, dukhi. If someone is in dukkha, he will feel dukkha. Ayyo. So he came there. And he was telling Brigari, Brigari, what is this? You are killing. If you want to kill it fully. Don't kill half. Because it is struggling. You went to chicken shop by any chance? Like fast. Like how the chicken will collapse, like, it's so much of pain, right? At that time, we couldn't realize that pain. Now we are realizing that pain. Because Srila Prabhupada has given the meaning of para dukkha dukhi. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this Narada came there and he was telling Mrugari, don't do this. Why? Because it is struggling. If you want, kill it fully at once. Give it one shot, done. He told, I cannot. I want that happens. Because that is my swabhava. That is my original nature. That's why I was raised since childhood. Then he told, I will tell you one solution. What is that? Chant the names of Rama. Then Mrugari told, I know only Mara. I don't know Rama. Mara means what? Mar gaya. Then he told, okay. Mara. You repeatedly do that. See the Vaishnava Krupa? That is the Krupa of a Vaishnava. And that's when he was chanting Mara. After a few days, Narada Muni was traveling because he doesn't need a visa to go to different planets. So he was going. And on the way, he wanted to check his progress. Whether this Ramanama should work for sure, whether is it working with the Mrugari or not. And he was going and checking. Then that Mrugari was sitting there and Narada is coming, please come here. Then that Mrugari was, coming like a, what's that? Jada Bharata. When Rahugana was there, and when he was, carrying the pallaki of the Rahugana, he was, just, putting the steps like this, right? In the same way, he was putting the steps. Why? Because he was very cautious that he shouldn't kill even an ant. The person who was killing the animals and he was enjoying the half-killed animals, now he is what? He's thinking about the life of an ant. Because what? He has gained the devotion with the Ramanam. Bharjanam bhavabhijanam, archanam sukha sampadam, tarchanam yamadutanam, Rama iti garjanam. When we do the garjana of Rama Nama, what happens? Bharjanam bhavabhijanam. Bharjanam means what? Like putting into the fire. Bhavabhijanam. Why it is used Bharjanam word here? Because a bija means like, if you sprout one seed, the plant will come. If you cut the plant, what happens? Like you go and cut the tree, what happens? Will it sprout back or not? How many of you say it will sprout back? Haribol? Are you all awake? If you are all awake, can you say Haribol? Haribol. That will sprout back. But if you set it in the fire, will it sprout back? That's why here it is used Bharjana. Because our Bhava Jivana should not come back. Yad Gatva Nivartante Tadhamam Paramam Mama. We should go to the Rajya of Bhagavan, from where we shouldn't come, we cannot come. Because that's beautiful it is. Somehow we got here. The population of spiritual world, how much percentage compared to the material world? What's the ratio? So, Pramana. You should not accept anything without Pramana. Pramana. Sloka. Yeah. All of you heard this Purusha Sukta? Purusha Sukta, all of you heard? In that it says that Sahasra Shesha Purusha Sahasra. So in that, Tripada word is used. Tripado, Urdhvam. Urdhvam means what? Urdhva means what? Upper back. That's why we call this Urdhva Pundra. Urdhva Pundra means we do it like this, Urdhvam. That's why it's called Urdhva Pundra. So Urdhva ratio is Tripada. Ekapada is this material word. తెలుగులో బాగా చెప్తారు. దరిద్రులు ఎవరు? సెలెక్టెడ్ దరిద్రులు అన్నమాట. దీనులం. దరిద్ర మీన్స్ ఐ డోంట్ నో హిందీ क्या बोलता है हिंदी में? दरिद्र बोलता. Yeah. Nice. Huh? Daridra. Ashtadaridrulam. Ashta also Hindi में same, right? Yeah. So somehow we came here, but there's a way to go back. The other day, some devotee was asking me, "What is the shortcut to go to God?" I told simply chant. Only so. That's what Prabhupada given us. We are not interpreting anything new here. That's what Prabhupada given. Bharjanam bhavabijanam. If you do the Ramanama, what happens? Our material speed will, it will get into the fire. So we go back to Krishna. Arjanam sukha sampadam. Arjanam means what? Earning. What will earn? Sukha and sampada. Sampada means what? Not any material wealth. The sampada means the satisfaction. If you read the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says the general symptoms of the Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha. Ka bhasha means the general symptoms of a Sthita Prajna. The first and foremost symptom of a Sthita Prajna is being very satisfied with what he has. That's what we get when we do what? Rama, 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 Garjana. We should do Garjana. Next word what? Tarjanam Yamadhutana. Yamadutas will happen. They'll go away from us. Because what? We're chanting the names of Rama. That is the power of Rama. The same thing worked with Mridara. Vyadasya acharanam. That Vyadha, that hunter, Mrigari, doesn't have any acharana. But what we got, he got? He got devotion. Dhruvasya chavayo. What is the age of Dhruva when he has seen the Narayana? 5 years. He actually came for a different purpose. He came for the material wealth. He wanted Rajya like his father. But when Narada Muni came again, Narada Muni is very powerful. Most of the Bhagavatottamas became Bhagavatamas because of Narada. Vyadasya Mrigari became because of Narada. This Dhruva, Narada. Dhruvasya Vayo. Vayo means what age? What age he has? 5 years. So age is a qualification? No. Vyadasya Acharanam, Dhruvasya Vayo. Next what? Gajendra. Gajendra has any Vidya? No. What kind of Vidya an animal can have? No. Elephant doesn't have Vidya. Kubja yakimu nama rupam adhikam. Kubja. You know Kubja? Who is Kubja? Who is Kubja? Of course, Hunchback, but who is she? She's a servant of Kamsa Maharaj, getting the sandalwood paste for the Kamsa. Then one day, Krishna came there to Madura. And when this Kubja has seen the beauty of Krishna, oh, this sandalwood paste will be very beautiful on the head of the Krishna. Let me offer it to him. Then Krishna with his little finger, he just did like this. That's right. Kubjaya kimu nama rupam adhikam? What rupa she has? Nothing. Hunchback lady. Kubjaya kimu nama rupam adhikam? Kim tat sudhamno dhanam? What dhana Sudama had? Sudama is a wealthy person? No. His wife was torturing him. Go to Krishna, get something from him because he's your friend. And when he went to Krishna, Krishna was hesitant to hug Sudama. Why? Because he was so thin. If he hugs, his bones may break. And Sudama was very hesitant to hug Krishna. Why? Because those bones can hurt Krishna. See the devotion there. Kim tat Sudhamno dhanam? What dhana Sudama had? No. Vyadasyacharanam dhruvasya chavayo vidya gajendrasya ka kupchaya kimunama rupamadikam kim tat sudamnodanam vamshasya viduro. What Vamsha Vidura belong to? Shudra. Because he is a Dasi Putra. But when Krishna went to Hastinapura, when he went to the house of Vidura, when Vidura was surprised that Krishna came to his house, he was giving banana. Just like when we peel that's what chikudu, beans, sometimes what we do, we throw the waste inside, we get those beans outside, right? Sometimes out of confusion or out of stress, anxiety, whatever. In the same way, Vidura was giving the banana peels to the Krishna and he was throwing the banana. Then what Krishna did? He was happily eating. He was happily eating. No complaints. No complaints. Salt complaint nahi hai, chili complaint nahi hai, oil ka complaint nahi hai, no complaints. Vamshak ko Vidurasya. Ugrasya kim paurusha? Ugrasena. Who is Ugrasena? Father of Kamsa. Kamsa arrested his own father, Ugrasena, and got into the throne. What Paurusha Ugrasena had? He got his kingdom back. How many examples we discussed? Can someone repeat? Mrigari, Dhruva, Gajendra, Vidura, Kubja, Sudama, Ugrasena. Vyadasyacharanam Dhruvasya chavayo Vidya Gajendrasya ka Kubchaya kimunama rupamadikam kim tat sudamnodanam Vamshakko Vidurasya Ugrasya kim paurusham. They don't have anything else. What they have? Bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha guner bhakti priyo madhava. They had only one thing. What is that? Bhaktya tushyati. Tushyati means feeling happy. Bhaktya. Bhaktya means with bhakti. With bhakti only, Bhagavan feels very happy. Bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha guner bhakti priyo madhava. Nacha guner. These gunas will not help us. What gunas? Acharana, Vayo, that means age, Vidya, that means education, our Vamsha, and what else? Our Dhana, our Rupa, these will not help us. Paurusha, in Telangana say Paurusha. No, those will not help us to go back to Krishna. What helps us? Bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha guner bhakti priyo madhava. That Madhava will not feel happy with any other gunas. The only happiness that he will get is out of bhakti. And actually, Acharya says that when we do devotion, we are actually helping Krishna. We are not helping ourselves. This is like, very confusing, right? How are we helping Krishna? Why? Why are we helping Krishna when we are doing devotion? Why not ourselves? Of course, we are helping ourselves for sure. But some Acharya says that we are helping Krishna when we do devotion. Why? Why? He wants us to come back. How much ever we are feeling the curiosity to go back to Krishna, more than that, Krishna is waiting for us to come back. Example, if your child is going to hostel, like Murli that taught that. Someone else, right? Here. Like some daughters go to hostel, right? I feel so curious to, when my child will come back. But child will also feel very curious to go back. But more than child, who will feel the curiosity? Parents will feel happy. Your son went to, where is it? Yadgiri. Parents feel so curious, right? When my child will come back, when my child will. In the same way, Krishna is waiting for us. When this, my bhakta will come back. And when I can serve him. He's not thinking when he will serve him. He's thinking when I can serve him. The Acharya system. That is the beauty of devotion. And when we have that password of the devotion, we can decrypt the message of God. And there is no other way we can decrypt that message. The only password is the devotion. That's why Krishna says, Bhaktoji Atmeva. When you do the devotion, you can understand the Bhagavad. That is the first qualification in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna, Srila Prabhupada says, you need devotion to understand Bhagavad Gita. Without devotion, you cannot understand anything. Even if you don't have devotion, at least if you approach a guru and read the Bhagavad Gita, your devotion should sprout. And our Acharya says that if your devotion is sprouting even after reading the Bhagavad Gita, but you understood you have memorized every sloka, that means you have not understood even a single verse. The end of the Bhagavad Gita should give what? Bhakti. What is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? Bhakti. Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Not the sakama karma, not even nishkama karma. What is the difference between nishkama karma and bhakti? What is the difference between nishkama karma and bhakti?
Not expecting any result.
In
Nothing. Just
difference.
but there is no devotion also.
Bhakti is pleasure for Krishna, then yeah. Yeah, the origin is different in between these two. The origin nishkama karma is some selfish desire is there, but we are giving the results to Krishna. But in bhakti, the origin itself is the bhakti. Like only for Krishna, I want to do it. That's the bhakti. The pure love for Krishna. Like Mataji told. It's for Krishna. Nishkama karma, not sakama karma, not nishkama karma. It's only the pure love for Krishna. Bhakti yoga is the essence of the Bhagavad Gita.
Source may not be Krishna.
May not be Krishna. In nishkama karma. But in bhakti, the source is the Krishna. I want to do it for Krishna. I want to do Jagannath Radha for Krishna. This Jagannath came for our first Radha Yatra. After looking at Dasarath Prabhu, Jagannath, this Jagannath is looking like a nice baby. I'm thinking, this Jagannath came for first Radha Yatra. Very nice. Thank you so much, Punam Mataji. And Gopal, Sri Gopal. So when we started this satsang, like in 2015 or 14, like that batch was there, right? In that batch, only few are left. In that Lakshmikant Prabhu and Sri Gopal Prabhu and Raghunandan Prabhu. We used to do. Everyone went to different cities. They got transferred to different cities and we are left. I think anyone knows Satyam, the big boss. Satyam and Shirshamata. Most of the times we used to have in the satsangs in the NCCR about Satyam Prabhu. And anyone else here? That batch, 2015. Anyone else? No, right? Here? Yeah. So that was a very sweet batch. Now it's more sweeter. Yeah. So, and this Bhagavad Gita is spoken on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This Bhagavad Gita is spoken on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, not in a very secluded place. Why? Because our Jivitang is like Kurukshetra. So many inwards, outwards, both are there. So, when we read Bhagavad Gita, our life will be purified. So, Pandavas represents what? Like there's analogy, like Pandavas represents our good, Sagunas, and Kauravas represent Durgunas. And when we read the Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, what happens? There will be a balance between those two. And mostly the good qualities will sprout in our heart. Yeah. So even Shankaracharya he glorifies the Bhagavad Gita in a very beautiful way. What is that? Maline mochana pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrit Gita snanam samsara malanashanam. When we read Bhagavad Gita, what happens? Our samsara mala will be destroyed. What is mala? Mala means what? Dirty thing. Amala means pure. And that's why we call Srimad Bhagavatam as Amala Purana. So, Maline Mochanam Pumsam Jalasnanam Dine Dine. When we take bath daily, for what? To remove the dirt on the body. But who will remove the dirt in the heart? Sakrit Gitamrita Snanam. Even if you read a little Bhagavatam, what happened? Samsara Mala Nashanam. The dirt in the heart will be cleansed. And what does he say? Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam. Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. Eko Mantratasya Namaniyani. Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva. He is telling 1111. Just like Krishna is saying, I am the Ganga in the rivers. I am the Om in the Pranava mantras. Like that, Shankaracharya is saying that Ekam Shastra Devaki Putra Gitam. In the entire Shastras, Devaki Putra Gitam means Bhagavad Gita is the topmost. Any other references for this? Any other references that Bhagavad Gita is the topmost from many acharyas? Of course, Krishna is himself is saying that various Saram Ahameva Vedya. Even Arjuna says that, I think in 10th chapter, he says that I have understood everything and I don't need to understand anything else. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says Raja Vidya in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says he is the king of the knowledge. It is the Shastra after which we don't need to read anything else. Any other references? Shankaracharya himself says what? That is one. And the same Shankaracharya says that Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanne Shastra Vistare. Shastra Vistara. What is the volume of Shastras? Like if you have heard of this, I think. If you make the entire earth as the paper, and if you make the entire ocean water as the ink, and if Sharada Devi, Saraswati, Swayam Saraswati writes the Shastra for eternity, not for 1 day, 2 days, for eternity, still the Shastras will not be completed even 1%. That is the volume of our Shastras. In that Vistara, in that volume, Shankaracharya is saying that Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanye Shastra Vistare. He is saying that Gita means Bhagavad Gita. Sugita means well sung, well recited. Of course, we are not behind recitations. Kartavya Acharana. If we do the Acharana Bhagavad Gita in our life, Kimanye Shastra Vistare. What else is the need to read any other Shastras? That is the position of Bhagavad Gita. That's what Shankaracharya is again iterating that. What is that? Ekam Shastra Devaki Putra Gita. This Shastra is the topmost. And Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. Who is the Uttama Deva? Krishna. Any other references? The position of Krishna, not Bhagavad Gita. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Next. There are so many verses, right? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Yeah. Etesha Kala Hunsa. That is the one. Next. Param Brahma Parandama. Yeah. Next. Any other references? The Krishna is topmost. Yeah.
Krishna delivered Sudana. Who else can I serve than such a master like Krishna? Because he did not fail.
Yeah.
Who else can I serve?
Then Padma Purana says that the Krishna is the topmost. So there are so many references that Krishna is the topmost. And next, Eko Mantrasya Tasya Namaniyani. His Nama is the Uttama Nama. Any other references? Yeah. And Krishna himself says that Yajna is Japa Yajna is the Uttama. His names are Uttama. He himself is saying that in the Bhagavad Gita. Next, Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva. What is the best of the karmas? Is the serving Krishna. So Shankaracharya is saying that the position of the Gita. Even he says that Sarva Upanishadogavo Dhokta Gopala Nandana Bhagavasa Sudhir Gopala. Means if you consider the cow as the Sarva Upanishad, if you consider the cow as Sarva Upanishad, and if like cow will give the milk immediately, no, the calf has to come and it has to suck the milk, then the cow will give. And who is that calf here? Bhargava, Arjuna. Next, then who is the milker here? Krishna. And what comes out of it? Bhagavad Gita. And that Bhagavad Gita is compared to what? Amrita. Who else is comparing Krishna Katha as Amrita? Anyone else is comparing Krishna Katha as Amrita? I'm sorry to keep this chain of act, because like I thought today, let's not just speak about the basics, because you are all majority of your preachers here. I thought let's form this chain of references. Any other place where Krishna Katha is called as Amrita? Gopi Gita. Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. That is also. Avagatamrutam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam sri kalmasapam Shravana Mangalam Srimadhatatam Bhuvi Grinantiye Bhuridhajana. What Gopikas are saying? Gopikas are saying in which bhava this one? In the separation of Krishna. In the rasa dance, when Krishna disappeared from that rasa dance, they were so fascinated, and they're actually imitating Krishna. Some gopis acting like Krishna, some gopis acting like Putana, some gopis acting like Agasura. They're going mad. And in that viraha, they're glorifying Krishna Katha as what? Tavagatamrutam takta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapam Shravana Mangalam Srimadhatatam Bhuvi Grinantiye Bhuridhajana. Tava Katha Amruta. Your Katha is like nectar. For whom? Tapta Jivanam. The materially engrossed people. And next one? Kavibiriditam Kalmashapaham. Kavis. The greatest Kavis are describing what? It will remove the Kalmasha from our lives. It will remove the miseries from our life. Next one, Shravana Mangalam. It gets so much of the purity to our life. Mangalam means what? The purity. Maduram Madhure Bhyopi Mangale Bhyopi Mangalam. Mangale Bhyopi Mangalam. What? Hare Namaiva Kevalam. And there is no difference between Nama, Rupa, Shastra. There is no difference between Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Nama, Bhagavan himself. All are same. And it's connecting back. Mangale Bhyopi Mangalam. And when you hear that Katha, what happens? Shravana Mangalam. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, it says that Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Rudi Antosti Abhadrani Vidunoti Sutsatam. When we hear the Katha of Krishna, what happens? Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Rudi Antosti Abhadrani. Whatever the Abhadra or Malina or fear is there in our heart, Vidunoti Sutsatam, that it gets destroyed. And the Gopikas are saying same here. Shravana Mangala. When we hear that Shravana, the Katha of Krishna, it gets lot of purity. Next one, Srimadhatatam. It gets lot of power in our lives. Next one, Bhuvi Grinantiye Bhuridhajana. Whenever anyone who spreads the glories of Krishna is the most generous person on the planet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, every Indian should become a preacher and spread the glories of Krishna, because this is our subject. This is our subject. Nobody else can do this. We are Indians. We should take out this subject to Western country. That's what Srila Prabhupada. And because of that, we are here. Else I don't know who is Lakshmikant Prabhu, I don't know. He is another home music player to me in 2015. I don't know. But because of Srila Prabhupada, we are like brothers today. Yeah. Because of Srila Prabhupada has given such a shelter to all of us. That's what it says. Bhuvi grinantiye bhuri dhajana. Whoever spreads the glories of such katha, who is the most generous person. That's what Bhumikas are saying. What Bhishma is saying in the Bhagavad Gita? Any guesses? What Gita? What Bhishma is saying about Bhagavad Gita? Bhishma Stuti is the hint. Yeah. Actually, Bhishma Stuti, you all know the context of Bhishma Stuti, right? So on the 10th day of Kurukshetra war, Bhishma fell down. But Bhishma was waiting for what? Uttarayana Kala. And our Acharya says Uttarayana means who? Krishna. Why Krishna is called Uttarayana? Because he gave shelter. Ayana means what? Shelter. Narayana means what? Nara means singular. Nara means plural. It's our, like we people. Nara Ayana. He has given shelter to all Naras. So that's why it's called Narayana. In the same way, what are we calling here? Uttarayana. He gave shelter to Uttara. When she came and asked for help to protect the baby in the womb, Parikshit, he gave shelter to the Uttara. That is the one meaning. Other meaning is, when Krishna entered into the womb of Uttara, he has taken shelter of Uttara. That's why it's called Uttarayana. Two meanings. Yeah. One who is given shelter to Uttara, or one who has taken the shelter of Uttara. That's why it's called Uttarayana. So actually, Bhishma is waiting for Uttarayana Kala externally, but internally is waiting for the Krishna. Because for a devotee, there is no difference if you leave your body in Uttarayana or Dakshinayana. It's the same thing. For a devotee, these rules doesn't apply. This astrology, these muhurtas, they don't apply to us. Yeah? For us, every muhurta is a Mangala muhurta. There is no Uttama muhurta like that. We don't have. Of course, we should go through this muhurta, but it's not needed. So Bhishma fell down on the 10th day of Kurukshetra and he was waiting for Uttarayana Kala because he has the Ichcha Muktivara. Who gave the Ichcha Muktivara to Bhishma? His own father. Who is that father? What's the father? Shantanu Maharaj. So Shantanu Maharaj gave it, which context he has given to Bhishma? The Ichcha Muktivara. Huh? When he has taken the Pratigna, Bhishma Pratigna. Telugu antam Bhishma ichukoni కూర్చోవాలరా అంట. ఎందుకు? భీష్ముడు గట్టి కూర్చో. I wish this class would have been telling. Okay. So Krishna was waiting. For how long he was waiting? Bhishma on the arrow bed. Like arrow bed. It's not a normal bed, okay? It's very, very painful bed. It's not a the mattress, century mattress, sleepwell mattress. Oh, no. What is that? It's an arrow bed. And he was lying on the arrow bed with the blood pouring. And in that, how many days? Like, if you go in very logical way, Mahabharata started on which day? Our Gita Jayanti, right? That's where Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, then immediately Kurukshetra was started. So Gita Jayanti, which is like December 1st. And when Bhishma Dev left his body, Makara Sankranti, that is January 15th, 45 days. And when Bhishma Dev fell down on the 10th day, that means around 35 days he waited on the arrow's bed. Okay. He was waiting for what? Krishna. And when Krishna came there, when Yudhishthira was confused about what has happened in the Kurukshetra war, because of him, so many lost their lives, and that Papa will come to him. He was so worried by keeping Krishna next to him. Okay. Then Krishna told, okay, I'll take you to the Bhishma. He will tell what is the Uttama Dharma. Then, if you read entire Mahabharata, the portion of the teachings of Bhishma, they were more than what is the other topic, like almost more than 50% it's there. Bhishma's teachings. Biggest Parva, Shanti Parvas. Biggest Parva. So, then Bhishma Dev told about Nari Dharma, Raja Dharma, Varnashrama Dharma, different dharmas he was spoke. Then at the end, what we speak at the end, general conclusion speak. And that conclusion is what? Bhishma Stuti. How many slokas? Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.32 to 42. First canto, 9th chapter, 32, right, Mataji? 11 slokas, Bhishma Stuti. Yeah? 11 slokas of the Bhishma Stuti. And in that, he speaks a very beautiful prayers. Like if any prayers you take, even if you take the Damodarashtakam. What is the first sloka of Damodarashtakam? Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasakundalam Gokule Rajavanam Yashodabhiyolokalabrahmanam Paramrishnamatyantam. What is it? Namami Ishwaram. First word, what here it is used? Ishvara. If you take any devotee prayers, the first thing that they say is Krishna is the Ishvara, he is the supreme God. Even if you take Kunti prayers, that is the same thing. Even if you take Bhishma's prayer, what is the first sloka of Bhishma Stuti? Iti mati rupa kalpita vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumi Swasukhamupagate Kvachit Vihartum Prakritimuperiyushiyat Bhava Pravaha. What is it? Iti Mati Upakalpita Vitrishna. Krishna means what? Hunger. Vitrishna means hunger or desire. Krishna means. Chit means dukkha. Trish means daha or desire. Vitrishna, without any desires. I want to upakalpita. I want to focus my mind. What? Iti matir upakalpita vitrishna. Without any desires. Iti matir upakalpita vitrishna. Bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni. Onto that Bhagavati, onto that Lord Krishna. And who is that Krishna? Satvata Pungava. Satvata Pungava means what? Pungava means what? The head, the greatest person. Nara Pungava means the best in the among the Naras. Muni Pungava means Narada Muni, the best in the Munis. Satvata Pungava means the best in the Satvata Kula. In which dynasty or in which Kula Krishna has taken birth? Satvata. The another meaning of Satvata Pungava is the best among the devotees of the pure souls. To that Bhagavati, I want to meditate on that same Krishna without any desires. So that is the, if you take any prayer, even Kunti prayers, if you take, the first setting that they do is the position of the Krishna. He is the top most superior person. That's where it starts. Because people will misunderstand that we are talking about some lover. It's not. It's what? Uttama Purusha. Yeah. So that Bhishma is talking about what? Bhagavad Gita. In Bhishma Stuti. Any cases what he was talking about Bhagavad Gita? I'll tell. Is that okay if I cover Bhishma Stuti's couple of shlokas around about Bhagavad Gita? Hari ball. Bhagavan will leke aata. That also I remember. In Kurukshetra war, when Bhishma has taken an oath that I will make sure Krishna will lift weapon tomorrow. To whom? To Duryodhana I did that oath. And Bhishma's oath will never break. Bhishma Pratigna. Then he was so fiery on that day. Like he was shooting arrows to Arjuna. Tap, 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 tap. And that Krishna is also getting hurt. And more than he is getting hurt, he was not able to see Arjuna. He's like literally falling down. He's not able to handle that. What is that? The force of Bhishma. Then immediately Krishna got down from Ratha. And what he did? There were so many chakras of Ratha falling down. Immediately picked up one. And he was running towards Bhishma saying that I will kill you today because you are hurting my devotee. Because I am bound my devotees. There is no superior to me other than my devotees. To whom he is speaking to? He is speaking to Bhishma. He is the devotee. He is the Mahajan. Out of 12 Mahajans, he is the one. And what Bhishma did? Please kill me. I did so many mistakes. Please kill me. And he was running. Krishna is running that. When he was putting the food, it was going inside the bhumi. And Arjuna is like running behind Krishna, saying that Krishna, don't do this. Because for the eternity, people will think that you broke your oath. What the oath of Krishna? They never lift the weapon. So, see, Krishna is very naughty here. He did two things at once here. He fulfilled the oath of Bhishma by lifting the weapon. And also is protecting Arjuna. Two things. In single shot. Very, very talented, Krishna. Smart.
Fulfill the desires of both the devotees.
Fulfill the desires of both devotees. Even if there are 100 devotees, he'll fulfill. But there's one thing here. Narasimha killed Hiranyakashipu with what? Nails. Is the nail a weapon? Nail is a weapon? No. In the same way, Ratha Chakra is also not a weapon. So Krishna did not break his promise. By the way, Krishna did not break his promise. He broke, but did not break. I love you, but I don't love you. As I say, he broke, but he did not. Because that is not considered as a weapon. Just to think that he fulfilled the desire of the pratigna of Bhishma, he lifted the weapon. But it's not a weapon. So he was remembering that situation while leaving his body. What is the goal of our life? Anyone say what is the goal of our life? Ante Narayana Smuti. If anyone asks what is your life, what is your goal of your life, don't say I want to become a director of the company. What do you want to say? Bhagavad Gita, go and read the slokas of 8.4 and 8.5. That is my goal of life. Antakale chamameva pranamukta kalevara. At the end of my life, my goal is what? I want to remember Krishna. Which chapter is the summary of Bhagavad Gita? Second chapter. That's a chapter name. Contents of Gita summarized. In that chapter, what is the last sloka? 72nd sloka. In that 72nd sloka, what Krishna is saying is, if you are a sthita prajna, who is not disturbed by the sukha dukkha, labha alabha, mana apamana, shubha ashubha, then you are eligible to come to my Rajya. When you are sthita prajna, you will remember me at the end of your life. That's where you are eligible to come to my Dhama. In the same way, he is repeating, because Krishna is actually giving the explanations to the second chapter throughout the another 16 chapters. Second chapter is it's done. Bhagavad Gita is done by second chapter. The rest of the 16 chapters is this explanation to the second chapter. So now here at the 72nd sloka, Krishna told that if you remember me at the end of your life, you will be eligible to come to my Dhama. He just told and left it. But in the 8th chapter, he is saying that again. Antakale chamameva smaranmukta kalevara. When you leave your body at that time, if you remember me, you are eligible to come back to me. And Bhishma is doing what? Though he was standing on the side of the adharma, for various reasons, internally was only devoted to Krishna. One such example, anyone wants to, like when Bhishma was Rajasuyagna. In the Rajasuyagna, when Yudhishthira was asking to whom we should do the Agra Puja, immediately Bhishma Pitama, without any second thought, he told Krishna. Even that is also being remembered by Bhishma at the end of his life. He is remembering how I told Krishna as Agra Purusha, who is eligible for Agra Puja. He's remembering that. How Krishna was charging me towards me. That is also being remembered by Bhishma. Such slokas I'll tell you. And also, by the way, Krishna is also praising the beauty of Krishna on that arrow bed at the end of his life. How much time it takes to recite one sloka? Not for us, for Bhishma. For us, it will take a little more time. For Bhishma, how long it will take to recite 4 lines? Maybe 30 seconds. So 11 slokas. How much time it will take? 5.5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. Bhishma is appreciating the beauty of Krishna in the second sloka. That means, like, he's about to die in 4 minutes and then he's praising the beauty of Krishna. What is it? Tribhuvana kamanam tamala bharanam ravikara gauravarambaram dadhane vapurala kakula vritana nabjam vijaya sakera tirastu me navatya. He's saying what? Tribhuvana kamanam. Kamanam means, it's not kamalam, it's kamanam. Kamanam means the desirable. The most desirable in Tribhuvana. Tribhuvana means what? Mulloka. Urda. This one, the Patala and all, and Madhya. One of the Ridula. Bhuloka. Mullokalallo kavalsina whatever. Krishna. The most desired person is Krishna. Tribhuvana kavanam. Tamala varnam. What is the color of Krishna? Tamala varna. There is a Tamala tree in Vrindavana. That is the color of Krishna. Tamala. Tamala varna. Ravikara gaurava rambaram dadhane. Papuralaka kula pritananapcha. He wears the yellow clothes. Pink clothes. He wears many clothes. But majorly he wears yellow clothes. So that beauty is praising the beauty of Krishna. And next immediately what he is saying, he is saying that Bhishma is in which rasa? Virya rasa. Actually, it's Uparasa. It's not Pradhana rasa. Pradhana rasas are 5. What are those? Shanta rasa, Dhasya rasa, Madhurya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Sakya rasa. 5 rasas. These are the Pradhana rasas. Uparasa is the Virya rasa. In that Virya rasa, Bhishma is there. So how Bhishma should praise the beauty of Krishna? In that Virya mood. Right? He's telling that next. Yudhitara garajo vidhu pravishva Kachalulita Shrama Bharya Lankritasye Mama Nishita Share Vibhidyamana Tvachi Vilasat Kavachestu Krishnatma. He's saying that Yudhi, in that Yuddha, Yudhi Turagarajo Vidhumra Vishwa. When the horses were running, the dust will come, right? That dust is also, Krishna is doing what? Radhasaradhya of Arjuna. So he's getting sweat and the dust is coming out. That dust is falling on the face of the Krishna and the dust and this sweat became like a fair and lovely to Krishna. That's what Vishnu is praising here. Yudhituragarajo vidhupra vishwak kacha lulita shrama varya lankritasya alankara. It is looking like alankarana. That shrama varya, that chamata, that sweat. And turagarajo means, turaga means horse. Turagarajo means that horse dust is falling on the face of Krishna and that sweat is becoming like a fair and lovely, nicely. And that Krishna is looking like what? Mama nishita sharair vibhidyamana tvachi vilasat kavachestu Krishna. It's very beautiful. You wonder, you contemplate in which rasa you are and you praise Krishna accordingly. Like, can we even imagine we can praise Krishna in Virya rasa? Improve? Like, it's too much. In Virya rasa we are praising the beauty of Krishna. Next, what Arjuna, what Bhishma is saying next?
That's extreme behavior.
Extreme. Yeah. So we started class with what? Senayor, Ubhayor, Madhya. Even that also Bhishma is remembering. Sapati Saki Vacho Nishamya Madhye Nija parayor abhayor ratham nivesha. Krishna asked, Arjuna asked Krishna what? To place his chariot in between the Nija Sainika, Parasainika. Nija Sainika means his own army, Parasainika means Kaurava army. Bhishma is asking to place Krishna. Arjuna is asking Krishna to place his chariot in between two armies. What? Sapati Saki Vacho. Saki Vacho means what? On the command of Arjuna. Vacha means what? Commander. Watch. Words. On the command of Saki, Arjuna, Sapati Saki Vacho, Nishamya Madhye, Nija Parayor Bhalayor Ratam, Nivesha. Next one. Stitavati Parasai, Nikayurakshna, Ritavati Partha Sakeratir, Mamastu. Actually, when Duryodhana and Arjuna went to Krishna, what Arjuna has chosen? Krishna. What Duryodhana has chosen? If you look at a different angle, actually there is no intention for Arjuna. But at least had I been in the place of Arjuna, I would have chosen Krishna for a reason. For what? Krishna is there means he will do some jugaad. I want Krishna only, I don't want others. Huh? And Krishna is actually doing help for Arjuna. What? Just by looking at the opposite army, just by looking at the glance, soldiers are getting tired on the battlefield. That's what he's saying there. Stitavati parasai nikayurakshna. Ayur means what? The lifetime. The lifespan is what? Akshna. Just by looking at this sight, just with this sight, they're getting dead. That is the power of Krishna says. The same cooling effect is also there of the Krishna, okay? If you take Hanuman, just by looking at Ramachandra and Ramachandra looking at Hanuman, he became the best devotee. Manojavam, Marutatullya Vegam, Jitendriyam, Buddhimatam Varishtam, Vatatmajam, Vanarayudamukyam, Sriramadutam, Sharanam Prapadhe. That Hanuman became the best devotee. How Hanuman sits? How Hanuman sits? One leg. Student, ఎలా కూర్చున్నాడు? ఒక కాళ్ళు ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది, ఒక కాళ్ళు ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది. Why? Because whenever Ramachandra calls Hanuman, he just runs. He's ready. Like you might have played those running races in his childhood, right? How do you stand for running race? Same like Hanuman. Why? Because when I say 1, 2, 3, go, you run. That's where Hanuman stands, like that. Whenever Ramachandra calls Hanuman, Hanuman is there in Kurukshetra also, you know, right? As a flag. What service he is doing? Just by a Garjana. Rama, Rama iti Garjana. Rama, Rama antunnadu, andaru chachipotharu. In the same way, Krishna is also killing enemies. Though he told that I will not kill even a single enemy, he is killing everyone. Just with his glance. Silent killing. Donga, Krishna. Krishna is a chore. Who is the best chore? What is the preference? Chauragraganyam purusham vraje prasiddham navanita choram gobhangananamcha dukula chauryam aneka janma jita papa chauryam chauragraganyam purusham namami. Is the best donga, not normal donga. Uttama, everything uttama. Satvata pungava, chor pungava also. Is the biggest thief. What is the job of a thief? To steal something. What Krishna is stealing? In Kurukshetra war, he is stealing the Ayu of Parasainika. In every yuga, he is stealing the Aneka Janma Arjita Papa. We are accumulating so much of sin and he is stealing that sin. And Bhishma is remembering that Krishna who is stealing the life of Parasainika just with his glance. Then you might be thinking, I have a meeting with my CEO. Okay, better. Yeah. So you might be thinking, Prabhu, you are talking about Bhagavad Gita. Why are you talking about Bhishma? Now the matter comes here. Fifth sloka. Vyavahita pritana mukham niriksha swajanavadhat vimukasya dosha buddhya kumati maharada mavidyayayas charanarati paramasya tasya mestu. What is Bhishma saying here? Vyavahita pritana mukham niriksha. In that yuddha, Arjuna is doing nirikshana of all the enemies there. Oh, Bhishma, oh, Drona, oh, Sakas, oh, Shalya, my Benamama. Who is Shalya? Madri's brother. Duryodhana is also chore, but bad chore. Not like Krishna. Krishna is good chore. Duryodhana, when Shalya came, he was trapping Shalya with all the royal welcoming and trapped. But Krishna is good Ganga. When what Krishna did? You go and do the duty of the charioteer of Karna. And whenever Karna is become furious, you insult him. So that he goes to lot of ego and he'll not shoot the arrow. Instead of shooting at Arjuna, he'll shoot it somewhere else. Good chora. Very good chora, Krishna. If we say one, Krishna is say other. Our plans will not work with Krishna. In that Nirikshana, Arjuna is seeing what? Swajana. He is looking at his own men. Bhishma, Drona, Sakas, Mamas. He's looking at everyone. What did he do? Swajana, Vadhat, Vimukasya. Vimukha means what? Abhimukha means what? Going towards. Vimukha means what? Going against. So he's told that I'll not kill. Krishna is thinking, like, I'm మరీ ఇంత కనిపిస్తున్నాను ప్రమాణం చూపుంటుంది ఎప్పుడు అది మరీ మాదిరిలాగా కనిపిస్తలేదు నీకు like he's thinking Krishna is thinking like what are you even talking. There is so much of setup is being done here. All Sainikas are ready with all the Shankava. Like Bhagavad Gita started after Shankapurana or before Shankapurana? Everything is ready. Like who blew the first Shanka? Krishna. Like everything is ready. You are ready to shoot the arrow. Now you are saying that I will not kill. What is this? My job is what? Dharma samsthapanadaya sambhavam yuge. If you don't shoot, how the dharma samsthapana will happen? That is the only purpose I came here. Not as your friend. Okay, that is my purpose. He went vimukasya. He went against the will of Krishna. Then what Krishna did? Good chora. What he did? Kumati Maharada Mavidyayas. Kumati means, Sumati means what? Not neighbor girl. Sumati means what? Good mind. Kumati means what? Arjuna got bad mind. Why? Because of attachment. Because of 5 reasons that we discussed in the starting. What are the 5 reasons? Compassion, loss of enjoyment, kulakshaya, sinful reaction, indecision. 5 reasons to not to fight. Now, this Arjuna became Kumati, Buddhi Boyindi, Buddhi Nasha. Then what Krishna did? Buddhi Boyindi, Buddhi served Krishna. Whoever lost their Buddhi, Krishna will give that Buddhi back. With what? Kumati Maharadha Mavidyayas. He gave the Atma Vidya. The science of self he gave. Our SSR is given by Krishna. Science of self-realization. To that Krishna, Charanaratihi, Paramasya Tasya Mestu. To that Krishna Charana Aravinda, let that Charana be in my mind before I leave this body. That is what Bhishma is remembering. Bhishma is remembering the Bhagavad Gita. In what? Bhishma Sutta. At the end of his fifth sloka. How many minutes are left for Bhishma? For my meeting, there is 10 minutes left. For Bhishma, how many minutes left? 3.5 minutes left. If he's going with slow pace. If he is going with a chanting, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, only 1 second is left. But he's not going with a chanting speed. He's going with slow pace. He's going with Vyavahita Pritana Mukham Niriksha Svajanavadhat Vimukasya Dosha Bhutya Kumati Maharadha Tmavidyayayas Charanaratihi Paramasya Tasya Mestu. That Krishna's lotus feet should be my gati. That's what Bhishma Sati is saying. Whenever I remember Charana, I remember one more thing. Should I tell? Are you all okay? Like say Haribol? Krishna Charana. Krishna is Komalanga. Komalanga means what? Every anga is so soft, like a butter. His heart is even more soft. Every anga is soft means obviously Charana is also smart, very soft. And to that Charana, who will serve? Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi is born from what? Lotus. From lotus. That's why she is called Padmaja. Ja means if you add anything after a word Ja, that is from that it took birth. Ambuja means what? Lotus, because Ambu means what? Water. Ambucha means the one which has taken from the water, which is called Ambucha, lotus flower. Ambuddha means what? The one which holds the water, a cloud. Ambuddha, Ambucha. Here Padmaja means the one who has taken birth from Padma is called Lakshmi Devi. If a person is taking birth from a Padma, what is the anga of that Lakshmi? Soft or hard? Very soft. Komalanga. Same Komalanga. Komalanga Krishna, Komalanga Lakshmi. Right? Now, if that Komalangi, Lakshmi Devi is serving the Komalanga Krishna, should there be a pain or no? Like example, if I am serving the feet of Prasad Prabhu. Prabhu says, Prabhu, I am 50 years old, Prabhu, don't press so much. But that Komalangi, Lakshmi Devi, is pressing the feet of Krishna. Komalanga. Should there be pain or no? What do you think? No. But Lakshmi Devi will not actually press the feet of Krishna. She just gives a photo pose like this. Because if she really presses, that Komalanga will get hurt. And whatever Shastras are saying, just by placing her lotus hands on the lotus feet of Krishna, his feet are getting red. That is the nature of the lotus feet of Krishna. That's why whenever we offer flowers to Krishna, we don't offer with that, what do you call that? A stick, stem. We remove that stem and we offer because Krishna's feet should not get hurt. That's why we remove. How many stems we removed so far? 1,000? This is the reason. Now that Charana is running where? In the Kurukshetra path. That soft butter feet is running for whom? Is Bhakta. And that Bhishma is shooting arrows and Krishna is getting out with those arrows and blood is coming from the Krishna. If you go to where? I think in Tamil Nadu, there is still a deity of Krishna, Parthasarathi temple. You still see Krishna with so many wounds. And to that Komalanga, this Bhishma is kissing with his arrows. That is Virya Rasa, by the way. To that Komalanga, Bhishma is shooting and Krishna is getting hurt. And because of that, what is coming? Blood is coming. Bhishma should be happy with this or she should be sad with this? Huh? Happy?
Sad.
మీరే అసలు హ్యాపీ బట్ లోపల ఇన్సైడ్ దట్ ఈస్ రిమెంబరింగ్ భీష్మ సతి వాట్ సీత విషికహత విశీర్ణ ధంస క్షతజ పరిప్లుత ఆతతాయినో మే వాట్ ఇస్ సేయింగ్ క్షతజ క్షతజ మీన్స్ వాట్ క్షత మీన్స్ వాట్ hunger or dard, like pain. Kshata plus ja. Whenever you add ja to a word, what is the meaning? Born. The born, something that is born from the hurt is called what? Blood. From hurt, what you get? Blood you will get. That's why Kshataja is called blood. Bhishma is remembering, ayyo, because of my arrows, Krishna is getting blood. Shita, Vishika. Shita means very sharp. Vishika means the arrows. Shita Vishika, Hato, with that blood is coming to Krishna. So that Krishna should be in my mind, is thinking. That is the Bhishma Suti. And also, previously some Mataji told, right? Like he's coming with the Poonam Mataji was telling, he's coming with the, that is also Krishna, Bhishma is remembering here. What? Swanigamamapaha yamat pratignam ridamadhikartumavapluto ratasta dhritarata charano pyayaschalatkur haridivahantumi bhangatopta riyam. What is that? Dhrita, Rata, Charana. Rata Charana means what? Charana means what? Feet. Rata Charana means what? The feet of Rata, which is nothing but chariot, the wheel. By holding that wheel, how is coming? Dhrita Rata Charana Bhayaschalatkur Haririvahantumabham Gatotariya. How a lion goes towards elephant to kill? How a lion goes towards an elephant to kill? Very fast, right? That is the analogy that Bhishma himself gave. How Krishna is coming towards me. He is coming like a lion to kill an elephant. That fast is coming. And that Krishna should be there in my mind. At what sloka this is? 32, 34, 35, 36, 37. Fifth sloka. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 6th sloka. How many slokas left? 5 slokas left. How much time is left? 2 minutes around. Not with our chanting speed. Average speed. Before 2 minutes, he's thinking about how Krishna came to me while killing. That's why we see that our art, right? Like coming, Krishna is coming, like Krishna is charging towards Bhishma. And while coming, what is happening? Gatottariya. His Uttariya is falling down. Uttariya means what? This Kandua. Kandua is falling down. He's not caring. Just like he came to kill the crocodile in the Gajendra Moksha. Potana Bhagavatam said, Sirikincheppadu, Shankachakrayugamunchedoyi sandimpadu, E parivaram guduvida prakapatim vannimpadu, Akarna kantir dhammillamu chakkanottadu, Vivadaspotita kuchopari chelanchavaina vidadu. For what? Gaja pranavano sahiyai. Gaja means what? Elephant. Gaja, Prana, Avana, Utsaha. 4 words is there in the single word. Gaja, Prana, Avana, Utsaha. This is a single word. If you do Sandhi Vichedana, means if you break the word, you get 4 words. Gaja, Prana, Avana, Utsaha. Gaja means what? Elephant. Prana means what? Gaja's life. Elephant's life. Gaja, Prana, what's it? Gaja, Prana, Avana, Utsaha. To save that prana, Utsaha is coming with enthusiasm. I want to save my devotee, he called. How he came? Sirikin Chappadu. He did not tell Lakshmi, Lakshmi Devi, I'm going, can I go? No, like us. He did not ask for permission. Sirikin cheppadu. He does not inform Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi, I am going. I will come in one day. No. He runs. Same way he ran towards Bhishma. Sirikin cheppadu. Shanka chakra. Chakra in which hand? Right hand or left hand? Shanka which hand? Right hand, left hand? Huh? Okay, whoever say right hand, say Haribol. Say Haribol. Whoever say right hand, Haribol. Whoever say left hand, say Haribol. Both are correct. Why? For Jagannath, it is in left hand. For Narayana, it is in right hand. So both are correct. In Bhakti, every answer is correct. Because Krishna is good chore. In Bhakti, every answer is right. If you say Uttarayana, someone who has taken the shelter of Uttara is correct. If you say Uttarayana, someone who has taken the shelter in the Uttara is also correct. Both are correct. All pass mark. Tak, tak, tak. Krishna doesn't look at our answers, okay? While correcting the question paper. It's just tak, 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 tak. 100 by 100. Done. Maybe we'll give 99 marks or 35 marks, but rather than will give 100 marks. She doesn't care what answer you go. Why are we saying this? Sirikin cheppadu Shanka Chakra Yugamun Chedoi Sandimpadu. He will not wear the Shanka and Chakra in his hands. Generally, when you go out, what you do? You wear a nice dress, wear tilaka. That's what is there for us. Like last class, Leela Prabhu told, we are simple. I don't know to talk about Matajas. Yeah. In the same way, when Krishna goes out, what he does, he says, Lakshmi, I'm going. And he wears Shanka, Chakra, Gada, Padma. But in this case, when he was saving the life of Gajendra, he's not wearing the Shanka and Chakra, he's going with plain hands. Why? Because he's so utsaha to save the life of Gajendra. Sirikin cheppadu Shanka Chakra Yugamun Chedoi Sampata E Parivaram Munu Veeradu. Andani pilodu. Nenu potuna andaki Nura. He cheppadu. He just goes. E Parivaram Munu Veeradu. Abhrakapatim Bhannipadu. Who is Abhrakapati? Abhraka means what? Bird. Abhrakapati means what? Garuda. The king of birds. Garuda. Abhrakapatim Bhannimpadu. He will not call even Garuda. Generally, whenever Narayana wants to go, what is his vehicle? Garuda. But he says that I don't need anything, I'll just go, I'll just run. That is the only time when Krishna was running faster than Garuda. Because what? To Utsaha, to save the life of Gajendra. Should I stop the lecture? Like we have time. Like if you say you have another 20 minutes, say Haribol. One more time, I didn't hear complete voice. Okay. So, Sirikin cheppadu Shanka Chakra Yugamun Chedoi Sandimpadu E Parivaram Bunu Veeradu Abhrakapatim Bhannimpadu Aa Karna Kantir Dhammillamu Chakkanottadu. Means the hair is falling on the Karna, on the ears of Krishna, and he will not set right. He'll just go. He doesn't care. For what? To save the life of Gajendra. Karnakantir Dhammillamu Chakkanottadu Vivada Spotita Kuchopari Chelanchamaina Veedadu. Means Kongu. Lakshmi Devi, like when Narayana is sleeping on the Adishesha, sometimes his hand gets stuck with the Kongu of Lakshmi. Kongu means what? What do you call this in Hindi? Pallu. Sometimes it will be in the hand of Narayana. He doesn't even look at it. He just goes with the pallu of Lakshmi Devi like this. He doesn't even care for what? With the utsaha of saving the life of his devotee Gajendra. That is the mood with which Krishna comes us to protect us. So you all should learn this. Mataji, you should learn this Telugu slogan. Sirikin cheppadu Shanka Chakra Yugamun Chedoi Sandimpadu E Parivarambunu Veeradu Abhrakapatim Bhannimpadu Karna Kantir Dhammil. Prabhuji is trying to learn this. Karna Kantir Dhammillamu Chakkanottadu Vivada Spotita Sri Kuchopari Chelanchamaina Veedadu Gaja Pranavanotsayai. That is the mood with which Krishna comes to save us. That's why he given the very fast track to us. What is that fast track? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you believe in that Nama, in fact, our Shastra says that when Draupadi called Krishna, Krishna did not say the Draupadi, Krishna's name saved the Draupadi, because there is no difference between the Nama and Namini. There is no difference between Krishna and Krishna Nama. So this is the utsaha that Krishna carries to save his devotees. And that Bhishma is comparing this Krishna as a lion coming towards an elephant to kill. That is the Bhishma Stuti. So, like this, there are 11 verses in Bhishma Stuti. You can go and read this at your own pace. Just it's 1.9.32 to 42. Total 11 slokas are there. So, this very beautiful Stuti that I learned from Deepa Mataji with her tune. Very, very beautiful. Like, if you really understand the meaning of Bhishma Stuti, like it's a next level. Like we in BHL Sri Ramalayam, we do the japa classes every day 5:30 to 6:30. 5:30 to 6 we chant, 6 to 6:30 we do some series. So we did Shikshashtakam, we did Dhammadrashtakam. Like day before yesterday, we completed Bhishma Stuti. Like it was almost like we recorded it almost 11 hours. Bhishma Stuti is there. 11 hours recording is there. Like if you want, you can go and hear. But fortunately or unfortunately, it is in Telugu. Fortunate because you will get to hear, and unfortunate you'll get to hear from me. Yeah. So around 11 to 12 hours recording is there of Bhishma Stuti. You can nicely go and hear the in-depth meaning of Bhishma Stuti. Now we are doing Panduranga Mahatya from December 16th. We are doing Panduranga Mahatya. How many of you know Panduranga? Yeah. So because we are going to Pandaripur on 25th of December, on the because we have Christmas holiday, we are going Pandaripur, and to whichever yatra we go, we should go with a proper consciousness. So that's why we are learning Panduranga Mahatya, how the Vittal came there, why Rukmini is there instead of Radharani, why the name Panduranga came to Vittal, the different devotees like Tukaram, Sakkubai, and Pundalik, so Jahanabai, how these devotees, what are the devotion of them towards Panduranga. This is all we are learning in the morning every day from 6 to 6:30. So like this, what we are doing, for every series we are giving the badges. So what we do is we take out a series and we do very depth meaning of every that series. No matter how many classes it will let it take. We are not in a rush. Why should we be in rush? Because wherever we see, just like Panchadar Chilka, the what do you call in Hindi? Panchadar Chilka? Sugar parrot. Sugar candy. If you lick sugar parrot from the front, it will taste what? Sweet. If you lick from back, it will taste sweet. If you look from side, it will taste sweet. In the same way, whichever Stuti you take, whichever Ashtakam you take, the only thing that comes out is what? The glory of Krishna. So we are not in rush. Whichever Stuti or Ashtakam we are going very deep. And after that deep explanation of the Stuti or Ashtakam, we are conducting a quiz. Very twisted questions. Like example, I say, in which sloka Bhishma glorified the Krishna as Dhrita Ratha Charana? That focus they should pay. Whoever gets the first and second and third ranks, we are giving a special badges. Fridge magnets we are giving, this much big. I told them, if I visit your house after 5 years, I should only see the like your entire fridge should be filled with the magnets that BHL Sri Ramalam Satsang is giving it to you. And if both husband and wife are attending, we'll give 2 badges. What are those? One is front, one is top door, other one is the bottom door. Because nowadays everyone has double door fridges, right? Upar, niche. Upar is kali, niche is full. I don't know why Upar is kali and we buy. Yeah. So those magnets we are giving. Now we have given 3 magnets already. One is Shikshashtakam, other is Damodarashtakam, other one is Bhishma Stuti. We did 3, we completed 3. Now we are doing the Panduranga Mahatyam, and we will give the badge for Panduranga Mahatyam. Next we are planning for Gopi Gita. Next we are planning for Gopi Gita, the sweetest nectar. Next we are planning for Madhurashtaka. Next Kevalastakam. Next what are we planned? Digital devotees? Devotees are here. Yeah, we planned different ashtakas. Like Guru Ashtaka also we are doing. Samsara dhava nalalidaloka pranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam praptasya kalyana gunanavasya vande guru sri charanarvindam. In the charana we connect back to Bhishma Suti. In the charana we connect back to Gopi Gita. Like everything should become a graph. If you are from software industry, graph is like connected everywhere. This node is related to this node through this edge. This node is related to this node through this edge. In the same way, this ashtaka is related to this ashtaka with this edge. This ashtaka is related to with this stuti. Recently, I was hearing the what is this, Prabhu? In Telugu we call Narasimha Shatakam. Shatakam means 100 slokas will be there. Wow. There's a beautiful sloka. Ratiki nannalu ni bhajana tappanu gaani మరణ సమయమున మరతునేము యావేళ యమదూతలు వచ్చి ఆగ్రహంబున ప్రాణంబులు పెకలించగా కష్టపడుచు నీ నామం పలుకుతునో లేక పలుకనో నాటికిప్పుడే చేదు నీ నామ భజన భూషణ వికాస శ్రీ ధర్మపు నివాస దుష్ట సంహార దురిత దూరా. పడిసే Punamata is thinking, should I clap or should I not clap because I did not understand Telugu. What is saying? బతికినన్నాళ్ళు నీ భజన తప్పను గాని మరణ సమయమున భరతునేమో యావేళ యమదూతలు వచ్చి ఆగ్రహంబున ప్రాణంబులు పెగలించగా కష్టపడుచు నీ నామం పలుకుతునో లేక పలుకనో నాటికి ఇప్పుడే చేతు నీ నామ భజన. అంటే ఏంటంటే మీనింగ్ వాట్ వాట్ ఇస్ సేయింగ్ during my entire lifetime I don't know if I will sing the bhajans of you or not. బతికినన్నాళ్ళు నీ భజన తప్పను గాని మరణ సమయమున భరతునేమో means at the end of my life I may forget. So recently in our satsang one devotee fainted because of some weakness. I was actually taking care of that Mataji. At the same time I was thinking, in this condition she was unconscious but her body is still moving somehow. Will Krishna come? Then word Krishna comes out or not? I was eagerly waiting, because if it is her last breath, of course we should not worry, because what? Even if we don't utter the name of Krishna, Krishna will personally come and he will chant the names of his own names. He says Krishna and we go back to Golok. We should not worry, but we should worry. If you don't worry, what happens? Instagram aata, YouTube aata. So we should worry, but we should not worry. Karmanye Vadikarasya Mahaphaleshu Kadachana sloka applies here. We should do the chanting, but we should not do it. Focus about the result. Because what? The Nama will come. Even if you go to Kashi, why people go to Kashi? Lord Shiva, Paramashiva, Mahadev, Ganga Taranga Ramaniya Jata Kalapam, Gauri Nirantara Vibhushita Vama Bhagam, Narayana Priya Mananga Madavaharam, Varanasi Purapatiye, Bhaja Vishwanatha. To that Vishwanatha, who is in the Varanasi, that Vishwanatha will come and chant the holy names of Rama, Taraka Mantra in our ears, so we get liberated. So here in Narayana Shatakam, what is saying? Batikinannalu ni bhajana tappanu gaani marana samayamna marustite, means at the end of life I may forget. Because Kapha, Vata, Pitta, these three will be out of control. Our air, our Vayu, Prana Vayus, the life airs will be out of control. And we may not get that Vakku of Rama, Krishna. That's why Yavela, at that time, Yamadutas may come and break, like Like, take away my life. By looking at them, I may pass my urine. I may pass the stool. At that time, in that struggle, I may call your name. I may not call your name. So that is why that's why I chant your names right now. That's what the Narayana Shakti was saying. That. So we should glorify Krishna in every possible way. Luckily, we got so many ISKCON temples with different names. In the chant, in the Kirtan, we did what? Jaya Radha. We started with what? Jaya Radha Radhanatha. Because today is Radhanatha means what? The Nath of Radha is Krishna. And also today our Guru Maharaj birthday, Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So thus we started from there. Next we came to the Gopinatha. Gopinatha where he stays? Chopati. Chopati is built by Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So that's why we went there. Next we did what? Radha Pandarinath, because we are going to Pandarinath. Next we went to where? Radha Gopi Vallabha, because our dearest Vigrahas in the His Grace Leelanda Prabhu, our Grace Anuradha Mata's house, there is a Gopi Vallabha. Next we went to where? Radha Shama Sundara, because His Grace Puja Mataji, Praveen Mata's house, we have beautiful Shama Sundara. Next we went to where? Radha Madana Mohana, because we have beautiful Vigrahas in the Abbott's temple. Next we went to where? Radha Giridhari, because we have beautiful Vigrahas in the Metpalli. Next we went to where? Radha Ramana, because we have the beautiful Vigrahas in the Vrindavan. Next we went to Radha Ras Bihari, because we have beautiful Vigrahas in Juhu. Right? Juhu. They went to there. So like this, we have so many names for Krishna. Parthasarathi, Pandarinatha, Radhanatha. What is that sloka in Mukundamala Sutra? Sri Vallabheti Varadeti Dayapaheti Bhakta Priyeti Pavalantana Kovideti Nateti Nagashayaneti Jagannivaseti Alapinam Pratidinam Puruvam Mukunda. Inni names unnai. What are the names? Sri Vallabha, Varada. Varada means what? The one who gives Varadha. The one which gives Vara. Ambuda means the one which gives water. That is cloud. Varada means the one which gives Vara, which is Krishna. Sri Vallabha, Varada, Dayapara, Bhakta Priya, Bhavanantana. Like this, there are so many names. Finally, Gopika Sate, Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. So many names Krishna has. Remember one name. At least remember the names of his devotees. That's why name your kids as the names of Krishna or the devotees of Krishna. That's why we named our two kids as Kesarananda and Vayananda. Hanuma. With an only intention of like getting the mood of service for this lifetime. Kesarananda means what? The son of Kesari, who is Hanuman. Vayunandana means the son of Vayu, who is Bhima and also Hanuman. So let us all imbibe the mood of Hanuman to serve the Lokabhirama, and let us all fulfill the purpose of this life, which is, let's go back to the first of the class, Savai Vamsa Paro Dharma, Yathor Bhaktir Adokshaje, Ahitvaki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasada. Because if we have that password of Dharma, Bhakti, we can read the Bhagavad Gita with complete heart and we can relish each word of the Bhagavad Gita. It's not important to memorize each sloka. That's only external. The internal is what is the meaning behind each sloka. If you can understand the meaning of every sloka, I think our life is successful. Narendra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. What should we do now? Some